Hello there, Grumpy Old Fart here. Everybody loves a good time travel story. Uh, I love a good movie, good books, things like that. Back to the Future Parts 1, 2, and 3 was a hell of a good movie, a good series of movies. Good, three of them, they're really great. Michael J. Fox, Leah Thompson, a bunch of other really great ones. H.G. Christopher Lloyd played the crazy, insane scientist. It's the flux capacitor in that DeLorean. Remember that? H.G. Wells, The Time Machine. Great story. And it was actually opened up a lot of ideas for physicists who are working in time travel now. So, Doctor Who, the TV series in England, has been doing time travel for so long. Since 1963, it's been on. And it's only just recently gotten bad. It was really good up until just very recently. Go check out my, leftist destruction of Doctor Who. You'll see what I'm talking about. Fictional time travel is wonderful. It's great fun. I enjoy a good time travel story. Time travel in real life, not so much. It's been a joke for years. But time travel now is becoming more mainstream. Now, there's some things you have to understand. Time travel technically does exist right now. There's an astronaut who spent so much time in space, he technically moved forward a fraction of a second in time. And there's other astronauts who've done it as well, but that's the most anybody's ever done. In reality, right now, as you're watching this, right now, you and I, we're traveling through time. We're traveling forward at a set rate. The trick there is to alter it. And a good way to look at time travel is you walk outside on a sunny day and you look at the sun, right? You see the sun there. Actually, no. You don't see the sun. You see the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. It takes light from the sun 8 minutes to reach the earth. So if the sun exploded, we wouldn't know about it for 8 minutes. Okay? So when people say time travel doesn't exist, well, yeah, it does. Right there, that proves it. Okay? When you see the sun, you're not seeing the sun. You see a picture of the sun as it was 8 minutes ago. It could have blown up and we wouldn't have known it. We wouldn't know about it for 8 minutes. You see? All right, now, there's a physicist here named Dr. Ronald Mallett, M-A-L-L-E-T-T. I think you pronounce it Mallet, but don't quote me. And he believes he may have cracked the mystery of time travel. His idea, as I understand it, is he uses a concentric tunnel of powerful lasers arranged in squares, and they create a tunnel. And the idea being light bends time, and he got the idea from the event horizon of a black hole. Because the closer you get to the center of a black hole, the faster time moves. So if you enter that section at one point and then leave it, you have traveled through time. Now, how you could leave that, I don't know, because the gravity sucks everything in. But my point is, as far as we know, nothing, not even light, can escape a black hole. But theoretically, if you could use it to time travel. Now, this tunnel that he wants to create with these concentric lasers, anything dropped into this tunnel essentially stays put. Now, this is my understanding. It stays put temporally speaking. However, everything around it keeps moving in the normal time flow. When he turns this thing on, theoretically, he will get tons of messages sent back from different points in the future. So you can't travel back beyond that, but it stays static in time. And his future self can drop notes in to his past self, who can then alter the future, theoretically. And I'm not saying that's what he plans to do, but my point is, you win the lottery or whatever by dropping, you find out what the lottery numbers are, and then write them down, and then go drop them into the tunnel, and he gets it, and then invests and buys the winning lottery ticket number. You see what I'm saying? He could change the future. If this man is correct, He could literally change the universe, and maybe not for the better, because there is a theory about paradox, the grandfather paradox. If you're not familiar with that, I'll explain it right quick. Say there's time travel. Say you go back in time and you meet your grandfather long before he ever met your grandmother, his wife, your grandmother, and you have an argument, and he tries to hit you and you shove him away, and he falls and he hits his head and he dies right there. Well, how would he then get married? If he's dead, he can't get married to your grandmother and have your parents, who then have you. If he dies, how will you ever be born? You see, paradox. And there's a lot of different ways to do this, and there's a lot of competing theories about that. But I don't like those other theories because they don't make sense. If there's the theory that they did in the Avengers Endgame movie was, if you go back in time and change the past, your future then becomes your past, and it creates a weird. It doesn't make sense to me. But to me, that's creating a different reality. It's rather than change your future, you're creating an alternate reality. Because there's another theory that says every decision you make has more than one. If you come to a crossroads and you go right, that's your future. But if at some point you choose to go left, that's a different future. Theoretically, you have chosen both of them, and there's two realities. That's the theory. And where there's an infinite number of choices, there could be an infinite number of realities. And an infinite number of yes-no realities creates even more realities. It gets complex, but my point is, time travel is something we shouldn't be messing with, period. There's too much at stake. You get alternate timelines, alternate universes, alternate futures. You could literally wipe sections of the universe or the entire universe out of existence, just like that, with paradox. And there's some people who prescribe to that and some people who don't. Personally, I don't want to take the chance. Time travel is a technology we don't need. If you can alter the flow of time to travel faster than light and go from point A to point B, like warp drive in Star Trek, maybe. I can see its uses, but time travel to go back into the past, no. We do not need that. It is too damn dangerous. Period. You go back in time and you kill your grandfather, like in the grandfather paradox, and then you find out later, or you never find out, that at some point your father inadvertently saved the universe and didn't even realize it. But now your father's not there because you've killed your grandfather long before your father was born. And your father is now no longer there to save the universe, and the entire universe gets wiped out. It's far-fetched. But then again, the whole concept of time travel is kind of far-fetched too, Think about it. Einstein proved, theoretically, time travel is possible. Why anybody would want to do that is beyond me. It's too damned dangerous. It is too dangerous. Quite possibly the most dangerous thing we could possibly do. Because we're not only endangering ourselves, but the entire universe. You see what I'm saying? It's one thing to do something that could endanger you and your group of friends or your family or whatever. But all of existence? Yeah. Bit much. So no, we don't need time travel. Time travel is a bad thing. Very, very, it's the ultimate bad thing. I wrote a book called Drifters. Go check that out. We'll see you later. You folks have a good day. God bless one and all.